Testing is underway in Valencia for the upcoming season, but do you know what is testing? What happens? What is it for? And why is it so important? Through this video, we are going to answer all these questions regarding Formula E pre-season testing. Step into the electrifying universe of Formula E, where speed meets sustainability. Subscribe and click the notification icon to join us on a quest to redefine racing for the modern era. Teams will get 3 days and 6 sessions to run their cars at will at Valencia's circuit Ricardo Tormo, the official pre-season test for Formula E. During their stay in Spain, they are expected to accumulate between 5,000 and 6,000 laps. With Season 9 having concluded in August, Formula E's 11 teams and 22 drivers have had time to gather mileage and get reacquainted with their GN3 hardware. During those 6 sessions, teams have the freedom to drive their cars as they like. Since the 2022-2023 season ended, every team competing in the championship has gone all out, with the GN3 marking Formula E's greatest technological advance to date, and the cars being the quickest, lightest, and most sustainable electric race cars ever created. Everyone is intensely focused on making the most of it. Teams were competing to squeeze as much as they could out of an entirely new platform for GN3 in Season 9, which included a 200 mph top speed, a 60 kilograms lighter, smaller chassis, an additional front powertrain, no rear brakes, and a power output 100 kilowatts higher than GN2 at 350 kilowatts with double the regen capacity. Valencia is the ideal place to test out the labor and growth of an off-season while settling in new and returning drivers. Runtime is important because it's the only official Formula E pre-season test available and the only occasion when all 22 cars will be on the track simultaneously outside of a race weekend. Teams need a real-world benchmark since everything has changed so much, from software to setup, and because countless hours are spent on rigs, test benches and dynos, as well as logging countless miles on simulators. Getting on the track allows engineers to calculate whether the theoretical results match the real-world experiences at a racetrack. Teams come up with complex testing plans to validate not just their new cars and powertrains, but also their direction and way of thinking. The focus is usually on the build, pure parts proving, teamwork, and learning from over the fence rather than raw pace and lap times. Valencia is always a really action-packed week, Jaguar TCS Racing's technical manager Phil Charles says. You arrive there having tested your car for quite a while, but you're still building and integrating things. Bits are arriving in final specification that you've been running on the test cars, so you have to make sure everything's ready and delivered on time to build the car and make sure everything's ready to go. Some of this happens in the factory before you get to Valencia in the factory, and some happens at the track. All the teams will be bolting the cars together, bringing that final specification in place for Valencia, he explained further. It's a really interesting week for the teams, as they are bringing everything together and finding yourself some more performance and trying to see where you might be compared to everybody else. See if their car goes around the corner the same way as others. One of the most important factors is feedback. After all these big changes in the car, drivers can put their effort into the car and give their feedback. By giving really good feedback, engineers know what to do with the car to help the driver, as they are the ones who will be driving in the championship. There are some people that look to the timesheets and want to be on top of the times, but for us, it's important to learn it's not just this weekend. You look at the times at the end of the day, but it's not the most important thing, said the German driver, Maximilian Grenzer. The track's different to the usual circuits we race on, but it's still a useful opportunity with 3 days of testing to keep tuning the car from the team's side and from the driver's side to explore different things with qualifying and race simulations too. He continued, I think now you have a good idea about the pre-season testing in Formula E. Stay charged, stay energized, and get ready for the next chapter in the Formula E saga. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, subscribe to the channel and enjoy.